Good evening and welcome to the Ceiba College Preparatory Academy 7th Annual High School Commencement Ceremony. I'm Josh Ripp, the Ceiba College Prep Head of School, and it is my honor to be a part of this ceremony to celebrate our 2025 graduates. At Ceiba, we say Class of 2025 because that is the year we envision each of our scholars graduating from college and thereby completing the mission set out for all of our scholars and families 7 years ago to graduate from college. I'd like to begin by welcoming our soon-to-be graduates, their families, guests, Ceiba's teachers and staff, and other important guests including board members, former staff, and friends of Ceiba. Buenas noches y bienvenidos a la quinta ceremonia anual de graduación de la Academia Preparatoria de Ceiba. Soy Josh Ripp, el director de la escuela, y es un honor para mí ser parte de esta ceremonia para celebrar nuestros 2025 graduados. En Ceiba decimos la clase de 2025 porque ese es el año en que nos imaginamos que cada uno de nuestros estudiantes se gradúen de la universidad y por lo tanto completar la misión establecida para todos nuestros estudiantes y las familias hace 7 años. Para graduarse de la universidad. Me gustaría comenzar dando la bienvenida a nuestros pronto graduados, sus familias, invitados, profesores, personal de Ceiba y otros invitados importantes, incluidos los miembros de la Junta, personal y otros amigos de Ceiba. When I reflect on where we were 1 year ago and compare that time to now, one word comes to mind. Change. Change in what we knew as a school. A little over a year ago, we all knew homework was something different than schoolwork. Attending class meant more than simply clicking join Zoom meetings. And a day home from school was something to be celebrated and enjoyed, and definitely not something to be endured. Change in what we know as communication. A little over a year ago, asking your teacher a question involved raising your hand. Saying hello to a friend meant sharing a high five, a fist bump, or even a hug. Changing what we know about our families. A little over a year ago, those other people you live with at your home were there every day, but they were not there every day. How many of you learned something new about your families this past year? How many of you learned more than you wanted to know about your family this past year? Change. When we get down to it, the reason we are all gathered here today is to celebrate change. Each of the graduates seated in front of you here are changing from being an adolescent to becoming a young adult, living with parents to living independently, feeling frustrated with having to live under someone else's rules and schedules to having the freedom to make your own rules and live with your own decisions. Change from being a high school student to a soon-to-be college student. From being a family without a college graduate to hopefully in 4 years, a family with a college graduate. And most importantly today, from being a high school student to being a high school graduate. This evening, as we hear from the scholars themselves, and as we acknowledge their achievements and successes, scholarships, and awards, let's listen and celebrate for the change we're witnessing in them collectively. Let's wish our graduates well. Let's reassure them that we will continue to support them in any way we can. And let's remember that they've changed so much and will continue to change as they go forth to take on the world. Welcome again to the 2021 Ceiba College Preparatory Academy Commencement Ceremony. We are excited to celebrate these amazing scholars' academic achievements with all of you today. At this time, I would like to transition to our next speaker, Kevin Nieves, who will give us the bienvenida.
Hi. My name is Kevin Donovan Nieves Montiel. I can say proudly that I'm a graduating senior here of Ceiba Class Preparatory, class of 2021/2025. Now, I have the honor to be able to say some few words before we start the ceremony. First and foremost, we made it. We are here in the graduation. We are here in the graduation ceremony of class of 2021. We are here with our caps and gowns. We are here with our families and friends up in the stage, up in the crowd, and faculty up in the stage. We made it to the big day. The big day where we can finally say that we graduated and move on to different things. Yes, our senior year and graduation ceremony is a little bit different than what we imagined, considering we had this pandemic where we had to stay 6 feet apart with our mask on. But despite that, the class of 2021 is still here. Despite any other challenge that we've had, such as having 3 classrooms with makeshift whiteboard walls, or having mold in our school building, we're still here standing. And I would like to say it's because class of 2021 is amazing and perfect, but I know that's not true. Because we had help and love and support from our family, because we had patience and dedications from the faculty members and the teachers. So thank you. Thank you for being here in our graduation ceremony. Thank you for being here on one of our last days of our high school journey. And welcome to the class of 2021 graduation ceremony. I will be passing it on to Itzel Gomez now. She will be giving the welcoming speech in Spanish.
Buenas tardes a todos. Hoy estamos aquí reunidos para celebrar los logros académicos de la clase de 2021. Me gustaría comenzar por agradecer a los maestros y personales de Ceiba College Prep por su gran esfuerzo y dedicación en el desarrollo académico estudiantil. También me gustaría agradecer a los familiares y amigos por su gran amor y apoyo incondicional. Este último año ha sido muy difícil para todos. La reciente pandemia tuvo un impacto negativo en los estudiantes porque no tuvimos la oportunidad de asistir a los salones de clase el último año de la secundaria. Esto afectó la forma de aprender de los estudiantes y nos evitó compartir este último año con nuestros compañeros. Pero a pesar de que no pudimos estar presentes en los salones, los recuerdos de años anteriores que logramos crear con nuestros compañeros son aún más memorables y especiales. Un ejemplo de estos recuerdos maravillosos es cuando creamos nieve en la clase de física con la maestra Jean o cuando nos reuníamos por las bromas de Gabriel y de Lalo. Todos podemos decir que nos perdimos de muchas actividades el último año de la secundaria debido a la pandemia. Después de hoy, todos estaremos empezando una nueva carrera. Estos caminos nos llevarán a nuestras carreras. Y antes de que nos vayamos, me gustaría darle un último mensaje a la clase de 2021. Nunca dejen de soñar, trabajen duro para lograr sus sueños y alcancen sus metas, pero tomen tiempo para repasar sus logros y siempre disfruten los que han logrado. No tengan miedo de correr riesgos, crean en sí mismos. Lo que los debilita nos hará más fuertes. Felicidades, clase 2020-21.
Thank you, Itzel Gomez, for those beautiful words in Spanish. At this time, I would like to invite Quetzali Maciel and Raquel Arenas Humphrey up to the stage for the recognition of parents and guardians.
Good evening, families, scholars, teachers, Ceiba staff, and board members. My name is Quetzali Maciel. I am unbelievably happy to be here with you all, because today is a wonderful day. After many years of us turning adversities into opportunities and goals into achievements, we graduate. Although it is the end of a chapter, it is also the beginning of a new one. On the day we were born, our parents began our story. However, now it is time for us to flip the page and start writing our own. Several of us here today will say that they could not have accomplished their goals without their parents or guardians. Standing here with you all, I can hardly fathom the words to describe my eternal gratitude towards all of the parents out there. Many might also agree with me when I say that they have sacrificed so much for us, especially this past year. Thank you, parents and guardians, for your endless support and doing your absolute best to keep us motivated, hopeful, and encouraged during this pandemic. Thank you for the years of patience and effort that have gotten us through our high school journey. Thank you for fostering confidence and passion in us to work hard and to pursue our dreams with no boundaries. Being a parent is a huge responsibility, and yet here you are with your scholar on graduation day. It must have not been easy, but not only is it an accomplishment for us, it is also a huge accomplishment for you. It is a well-deserved success. Although being a part-time teacher was not in the parent handbook, you still did it, for your scholar's sake. Maybe you also didn't think you'd have to complete 25 hours of parent volunteerism, yet again, you still did it. Because of you, they are able to see that they're pursuing post-secondary education. Because of you, they've had the initiative to become better individuals. Because of you, we are able to emerge victoriously. Thank you for giving us the opportunity and the freedom to commence our next chapter to our life story.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Raquel Arenas Humphrey, and I am the Parent Engagement Coordinator at Ceiba. It has been an extraordinary year, and your scholar, nor Ceiba, could have done it without you. This year, your role as parent became even more challenging. I'm sure you never imagined that you would be learning new technology and becoming Zoom savvy. Words cannot express how grateful we are for your flexibility and support during this school year. We would now like to honor all of our parents and guardians who have supported their scholar on their journey through high school. Parents and guardians, please stand to be recognized and remain standing. Most of you sought Ceiba out over 7 years ago, looking for a different educational experience for your student. Dreaming of the day when your scholar would graduate from high school and be ready to enter college. Today is that day. Over the years, I have watched you put in endless hours supporting your scholar on their journey to college. Their support is why they are here today, preparing to start college this coming fall. It has been my absolute pleasure serving you and your students at Ceiba. Thank you for all you have done and all you will continue to do to support your scholar. Thank you.
Thank you, Quetzali and Raquel. Up next, we have Rachel Berg, Ceiba Talent Manager, to give the senior staff recognition.
This is the moment everyone has been talking about since your first day at Ceiba. Scholars, it's finally arrived. We are at the class of 2021's high school graduation. This is the moment you'll remember for the rest of your lives and the year of life-changing decisions. I'm up here to recognize the teachers that have made this moment possible for every senior here today. Whether your students realize it or not, teachers are on the job 24/7. The support that teachers provide comes in many different forms. Sometimes it's academic, sometimes it's social emotional, or sometimes it's shared life experiences. Regardless, their support is pivotal for our scholars. Teachers, your influence goes beyond what you will ever know or recognize. You have nurtured and pushed each student to be themselves, to reach for their aspirations, and to work past a year of distance and hybrid learning. Today would not be possible without you. We are Ceiba staff, and thank you for all that you do. I would now like to invite Kelsey Sage and Shelley De Leon for the Ceiba Chord presentation.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kelsey Sage, and I am Ceiba's 7th and 8th grade history teacher. In 2014, Ceiba moved from Main Street, from our old building, to our current residence at 260 West Riverside Drive, which is where you all began your journey. I am here to present this year's 6th grade Ceiba chords. The white 6th grade chord signifies that students have attended Ceiba continuously since entering in the 6th grade.
Good afternoon, my name is Shelley De Leon, registrar at Ceiba College Prep, and as I say your name, please stand. Diego Aguilar Juarez. Adamaris Cristal Álvarez. Nicolás Álvarez Bermúdez. Mariano Andrade Fernández. Joshua Baez. Alonso Bautista. Joseph Steven Bejar. Rocío Yaneli Benavides. Giselle Carrillo Rubio. Maya Faye Carrizales. Joely Lisette Chávez Calzada. Ángel Cisneros Ábrego. Melissa Colimote. Saraí Espíndola Gallo. Brenda Estrada Rivera. Leslie Fernández Oregel. Kevin Flores Ballesteros. Jared García. Jonathan García Carrión. Francisco Ángel Gómez. Itzel Gómez. Karen Adriana Gómez. Natalie Aiza Gómez. Brenda María Gutiérrez Díaz. Dominic Lorenzo Bucino. Carla Hernández López. Cristian Iván Herrera. James Titus Herrera. Kevin Herrera Montes. Cindy Alejandra Huerta Rivera. Nathan Jerónimo Limón. Michelle Guadalupe Loa Arevalo. José Guadalupe López. Ángel Gabriel Lule Aguilera. Diego Lule Aguilera. Quetzali Sindel Maciel Jiménez. Alejandra Martel. Eduardo Méndez Barrera. Gabriel Montes Cruz. Kevin Donovan Nieves Montiel. Edgar Miguel Ocampo Ríos. Noelia Plasencia Serrano. Lisbeth Ponce Alcantar. Rocío Ponce Montañez. Eduardo Ramírez. Samira Rocha Rocha. Sofía Elizabeth Rodríguez. Victoria Alexandra Rodríguez. Ciadani Rodríguez Álvarez. Gisela Yaxibi Rodríguez Cibrián. David Romo Cermeno. Christy Saldana Contreras. Misael Tejeda. Samantha Marie Vargas. Brandon Kiyoshi Vélez. Ángel Donatu Verdeja. Congratulations to all. You may now take a seat. I now have the honor to introduce this year's Community Service Corps. Please help me in welcoming Ceiba Board President Michael Jones.
Buenas tardes, Comunidad de Ceiba. Good afternoon, Ceiba community. I am here to recognize students who have completed 200 or more hours of community service, exceeding the 100-hour Ceiba requirement by more than 100 hours, and doing so in the midst of a pandemic. Serving the Wattsville community helps our Ceiba scholars gain real-world experience and practice important habits such as leadership, problem-solving, and time management. Serving others also instills the Ceiba values of creativity, effort, integrity, benevolence, and assertiveness. I recall the words of President John F. Kennedy that have inspired me throughout my life to serve my community and to contribute to the public good. Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. Graduating students who have completed over 200 hours of community service are being honored with a Silver Ceiba Community Service Cord. I now invite Ms. Shelley De Leon up to list these scholars.
As I say your name, please stand. Mariano Andrade Fernandez. Giselle Carrillo Rubio. Kevin Flores Ballesteros. Francisco Ángel Gómez. Itzel Gómez. Samira Rocha Rocha. Ángel Tonatiu Verdeja. Thank you, Ceiba Scholars. I would now like to invite Jacqueline Alcala to introduce the California State Seal of Biliteracy Recognition.
My name is Jacqueline Alcala, Student Activities Coordinator at Ceiba. I am here to recognize this year's recipients of the California State Seal of Biliteracy. This seal recognizes high school graduates who have attained a high level of proficiency in speaking, reading, and writing one or more languages in addition to English. The seal affirms the value of diversity and honors the multiple cultures and languages of a community. Students will see this seal on their diplomas when they receive them tomorrow or later next week. We are honored to recognize this year's Ceiba graduates who have been awarded the California State Seal of Biliteracy. As I state your name, please stand. Giselle Carrillo Rubio. Jared Garcia. Itzel Gomez. Karen Adriana Gomez. Carla Hernandez Lopez. Quetzali Sindel Maciel Jiménez. Edgar Miguel Ocampo Ríos. Lesbeth Ponce Alcantar. Cialani Rodríguez Álvarez. Gisela Yaxidi Rodríguez Cibrián. Critzi Saldaña Contreras. Congratulations on this honor. At this time, we would like to invite our school counselor, Ana Leonor, to present this year's Golden State CEO Merit Diploma.
Hello, my name is Ana Leonor. I am the school counselor here at Ceiba College Prep. I am here to announce this year's recipients of the Golden State Seal Merit Diploma. The Golden State Seal Merit Diploma recognizes students who have demonstrated mastery of the curriculum in at least 6 subject matter areas, 4 of which are English Language Arts, Mathematics, Science, and U.S. History. Eligibility is based on a combination of course grades and state testing. Students will see this honor noted on their diplomas. We are honored to recognize the Ceiba graduates receiving the Golden State Seal Merit Diploma this year. And as I state your name, please stand. Diego Aguilar Juárez. Mariano Andrade Fernández. Joseph Stephen Bejar. David Alexander Campos. Giselle Carrillo Rubio. Saraí Espíndola Gallo. Itzel Gómez. Karen Adriana Gómez. Brenda María Gutiérrez Díaz. Carla Hernández López. Quetzali Sindel Maciel Jiménez. Alejandra Martel. Kevin Donovan Nieves Montiel. Lisbeth Ponce Alcantar. Rocío Ponce Montanés. Joana Guadalupe Reyes Gómez. Misael Tejeda. Samantha Marie Vargas. Ángel Tonatiu Verdeja. Congratulations on this honor. I would now like to invite Mike Rich to announce an award for an outstanding senior.
Thank you, Ms. Leonor. At this time, I will now present the prestigious Outstanding Service to Education Award for a graduating senior. Each year, the Ceiba Public Schools Foundation sponsors a series of awards and scholarships for Ceiba staff, scholars, and community members. These awards acknowledge outstanding effort on the part of Ceiba scholars and support them as they continue their journey to and through college. The scholar I'm here to honor today has what one would expect in an award winner: consistently excellent grades, positive attitude, and strong peer relationships. I have seen them grow from a middle schooler running after friends at lunch into a high school mentor who shares their knowledge and time with younger scholars. This scholar is patient, kind, and wise. So much so, they decided it would be fun to run a class of their own over Zoom and try to teach the staff. I'm not sure that they will pursue a career in education, but they made it work. Teacher game recognizes teacher game. During the COVID-19 pandemic, I have grown to appreciate the members of our Ceiba community who can find positivity and calm. And these are two states of being that this scholar inhabits frequently. He is not known for fiery speeches or for leading marches, but he is recognized as a leader among his peers. He is a compassionate listener and an avid doer. He brings light to dark times and life to broken Chromebooks. I hear from his classmates, he's also a pretty good dancer. Kevin Nieves Montiel, congratulations on winning the Outstanding Service to Education Award. We've all benefited from your humanity as well as your artistry. May they serve you well in the years to come. Come on up, Kevin. Congratulations again, Kevin. It's been an honor working with you all these years. And now I'd like to introduce, once again, Mr. Josh Ripp and Jacqueline Alcala, who will announce this year's scholarship winners.
One more round of applause for Kevin. Good evening again. I'm Josh Ripp, the chair of the Ceiba Public Schools Foundation. The Ceiba Public Schools Foundation fundraises to support Ceiba's mission through financial aid for college applications and college scholarships. Annually, the Ceiba Public Schools Foundation awards scholarships to Ceiba's graduating seniors. To date, over $100,000 have been awarded to Ceiba graduates, and it is a great pleasure to award $20,000 in college scholarships this evening. Tonight's recipients are Ceiba graduating seniors who have achieved exceptional results, maintained high GPAs, and in many cases gone above and beyond through hours of community service. In addition, many of the recipients have taken on additional responsibilities to their families and the Watsonville community while completing all of the Ceiba High School graduation requirements. All of the recipients have ambitious career and personal goals based on serving others. Today, we congratulate these students on their achievements and look forward to further success as they move on to college. Congratulations. The $20,000 in scholarships breaks down as follows. Ceiba will award 4 $500 scholarships and 6 $3,000 scholarships. If a student has been accepted to a four-year university and she chooses to begin their college career at a community college, their university scholarship will be held in trust by the foundation until they transfer to their four-year program. They will receive the full amount of their scholarship upon transfer. The foundation recognizes that there are many paths towards graduating from college. At this point, I will turn it over to Jacqueline Alcala to read the names of this year's scholarship recipients.
Hello, my name is Jacqueline Alcala, and I'm here as a board member and secretary for the Ceiba Public Schools Foundation. It gives me great pleasure to announce the recipients of this year's scholarships. These scholarships are awarded to students who have excelled academically, who have gone above and beyond in various ways, maybe with extra community service or with exceptional demonstration of the Ceiba values, and who have demonstrated the effort to succeed in college and career. Allocating the scholarships is always a tough decision for the committee. The following students applied for the scholarship and will be honored as finalists for the scholarship and will each be receiving a $500 scholarship. As I call your name, please come to the stage. Leslie Fernandez Oregel. Itzel Gomez. Joana Guadalupe Reyes Gomez. Stephanie Yepes. Scholars, please stay on stage for a group photo. this year's scholarships for the next group of outstanding scholars are non-renewable. This scholarship awarded will be for a total of $3,000. If a student is beginning at a two-year college, as Mr. Rip mentioned, they are eligible to receive a $500 per year over 2 years and then receive the balance when they transfer to a four-year college. Scholarships are split between the fall and spring semesters, and students must maintain eligibility, including GPA and minimum number of credits, in order to receive the scholarships. The following graduating seniors will receive a scholarship award. Please come to the stage as I state your name. Giselle Carrillo Rubio. Carla Hernández López. Quetzali Sindel Maciel Jiménez. Kevin Donovan Nieves Montiel. Congratulations to all these scholarship recipients and finalists. We look forward to hearing about all of the wonderful accomplishments and memories you make in your journey through college and beyond. I will now be presenting our highest scholarship recipients. The first scholarship I'd like to present is identified as the Founders Scholarship. It honors the contribution of Ceiba's founders, including Tom Brown. Each year, we acknowledge the vision and the commitment of our founders and everyone who had a part in creating this amazing school. We are forever indebted to them for their vision and their work in making Ceiba a reality. This evening, we'd like to recognize a scholar who throughout his time at Ceiba has broken a number of educational barriers. He is living proof that first-generation students can pave the way for younger generations. Our recipient leads by example and embodies every Ceiba value. His leadership and go-getter attitude have placed him where he is today, but have also opened many doors for where he will be one day. Angel Verdeja, it is my honor to award you this year's Founders Scholarship. Congratulations. The final scholarship I'd like to present this evening is a new award this year, the Social Justice Scholarship. This award has special meaning to our community as it is presented in honor of Ceiba's former Executive Director, Annie Millar. Throughout her career in education, Ms. Millar has held a commitment to increasing access to education and opportunity through partnering with her community, supporting the development of leadership in others, and respecting how central our culture, language, and identity are to our lives. The work she led here at Ceiba builds on what our founders created and continues through the work we do together as Ceiba community members, past, present, and future. Tonight, we would like to recognize a scholar whose commitment to principles of equity and social justice are exemplified through her academic and personal experiences, along with her aspiration to become a teacher, return to Watsonville after her undergraduate and graduate studies, and help the future generations of her local community. Congratulations, Lisbeth Ponce. Together with other scholarship recipients, Angel Verdeja and Lisbeth Ponce represent our hopes and dreams for all of our Ceiba scholars. On behalf of the Ceiba Public Schools Foundation, we congratulate all of these year's scholarship recipients and wish them success as they move through college. Thank you for your tremendous effort. I would now like to re-invite Ms. Ana Leonor to introduce this year's valedictorian and salutatorian.
Good evening, my name is Ana Leonor, school counselor at Ceiba. Mr. Stover unfortunately could not attend today's ceremony, but we sent some brief words for the class of 2025. I deeply regret that I will not be able to see you walk across the stage today. For 4 years, your sense of humor, effort, and support for one another have given me so many reasons to love my job. Thank you. I am so proud of all of you. At Ceiba, we strive to recognize academic achievement. You see it in the special events we have every quarter for outstanding grades, at end of the semester honor roll recognition events, and throughout the school year. The highest academic honors are awarded to students in the valedictorian role. These are the students with the highest Ceiba grade point averages. This achievement is the result of literally years of dedication, effort, and persistence. And they have an inner drive to perform at the highest level and a commitment to do their personal best every single day. I am honored to introduce the Class of 2025 salutatorian. Please give a warm welcome to Ángel Tonatiu Verdeja.
Hi, everyone. Hold up. Welcome, families, staff, and students. If you could hear me in the back, yeah, good, okay, cool. I'm Angel Verdeja, and this fall I'm going to be attending the University of Santa Cruz, California. Thank you. And I want to thank you all for being here at Ceiba's Class of 2021 graduation ceremony. To our teachers, thank you for putting up with my sarcastic comments, for giving us a safe space to learn, and for treating us like your Ceiba family. You are the reason we have been able to come so far as students and as young adults in the world that can be very tough. You have taught us to persevere through our challenges and make the best of what we have. To my wonderful family, I appreciate the love and the support that you have given me throughout my life. Thank you for giving me a place to learn and to live as a person in the family and as an individual. To my friends who pushed me to do my best and congratulate me on literally every little thing. Thank you. I probably would have gone crazy without you guys. To my peers, whether you have been here since 6th grade or joined us in high school, you're amazing. We've known each other for almost half of our lives, which means we've been through a lot together. From the portable whiteboards serving as our walls to the giant movable ones, which we always banged on, regardless of getting in trouble. We were little 6th graders, always crazy, having the energy of 1,000 wild hyenas. We always showed the most school spirit out of anyone in the whole school. Even other grades pointed out that the 6th graders always won. And, you know, I don't blame them. We're amazing. The Hunger Games was a prime example of this. When we chose Quetzali to be one of our tributes, that was definitely a great choice. We shook the crowd with our screams. Our first Halloween together was definitely a memorable one. Nobody can forget when Raul dressed up as Ebola. Then the day came when Ms. Gilruth made us do a puzzle. Everybody thought she was pregnant. But finally, she revealed that she was going to be our teacher for the next 2 years. And we were all very excited. In 7th grade, the movie Flatland with Miss Chapman. It was very weird, but a great learning opportunity. That year, we also went through roughly 6 science teachers, but finally, we met Ms. Davis, who has stuck with us since then. And then, use your filter was a phrase that we heard often from Ms. Mitchell and from one student to another. 8th grade was our first time leaving the building, in case parents didn't know or anyone else. We had to adapt to learn in a tiny mural building, which was unbearable at times. But luckily, we had Ms. Brown, who entertained us with her positive attitude and her stories, which include the one of the sloth crossing the road in Jamaica. The dab was very popular at the time, and Gabe was a big fan of it. One day, it was slippery outside. We were dancing. He decided to dab, and as we all know, he fell. Sorry, Gabe, I had to mention it. Speaking about PE, nobody could forget Coach. Coach was on another level.
Something else.
She would make it unbearable sometimes for students, but especially when students said can't or when they called her teacher. She would make them do 10 burpees. And then Stanford Splash. Wow, that was crazy. There was a couple getting married, and we decided to crash their wedding and take some photos with them. Surprisingly, they let us. But the thing that I won't forget is the thing that Veronica said. She said, and I quote, "It's not gonna last." Finally, the day our promotion came. We had a great ceremony and closed the chapter that was middle school, and we got ready for high school. We learned to be ourselves, push through obstacles, and ask for help. Our success as individuals is great, but as a community, we are stronger than ever. From now on, we move forward, not as high school students, but as graduates, who will make our mark on the community and ultimately the world. I believe in every single one of you, and I wish you the best of luck. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Thank you, Angel. Now it is my honor to introduce the class of 2025 valedictorian, Giselle Carrillo Rubio.
Good evening, Ceiba faculty, staff, Ceiba families, and the graduating class of 2021. My name is Giselle Carrillo Rubio, and in the fall, I will be attending the University of California, Los Angeles. It is so surreal how we are able to gather for our graduation. If you were to tell me we would have an in-person celebration a year ago, I would not have believed you. This pandemic brought so much uncertainty and fear. Sadly, many passed away. My deep condolences for anyone who lost a loved one. My thoughts are with you. Thank you for joining us on this special day. First and foremost, I would like to thank my wonderful parents and siblings. I will never be able to repay you for all that you do for my siblings and I. Los amo y espero que se sientan orgullosos de mí. Gracias, padres, por enseñarme los sueños y cómo alcanzarlos. To the rest of the families joining us today, thank you for supporting your student. Whether it was encouraging them academically, attending their soccer, basketball games, and/or track meets, or simply scolding them to get off their video games and to do their homework. All of your hard work as a parent doesn't go unnoticed. As teens, we don't express our gratitude towards you all enough. But just know we love you and we are so grateful for your unconditional love and support. Some of you had to risk your lives to come to this country for a better future, not only for yourself, but for your children. Taking that risk is why we are here today. Many of us graduating today are first-generation students. We are paving the way for future generations. We are the change people have waited for. We are getting the opportunity for an education our parents didn't have. We are breaking down barriers and challenging systems of power and privilege. To all of our teachers, thank you. Thank you for all of your words of encouragement. You truly made Ceiba our second home. I wish I could thank every teacher individually, but we would be here for hours. Instead, I will share some gratitude with our teaching staff. Ms. Davis, I think I can speak for all of the seniors when I say that you are truly one of the best people at Ceiba. We met you in 7th grade, and you quickly became our biggest support system. You truly cared for us and believed in us when it felt like no one else did. We are so lucky to have met you. Ms. Leonor, you never left our side this year. The college application process was not simple, and you were there to support us every step of the way. Because of you, we are one step closer to our dreams. Thank you for reading countless personal statements and essays while attending school to obtain our doctorate degree. You are a huge role model for us. Ms. Alcala, Jackie, thank you for everything. You have made our last year at Ceiba memorable by making our end of the year events possible. You are an incredible person. I aspire to be like you one day. Ms. Sickler, thank you for all of your reassurance when we felt like giving up. Mr. Stober, we will always be your little orcas. Thank you for making world history fun. Ms. Jink, thank you for all of your patience in honors physics. That course made me realize even more that I am not a STEM student at all. Ms. Powell and Mr. Commons, thank you for always pushing us academically. Finally, Mrs. Sage, thank you for keeping your promise and not leaving Ceiba. You are one of the only teachers from middle school who actually stayed and watched us grow into young adults. We are forever grateful for all of your support. Wow, can you believe we're finally here? The day we've been anticipating for the past 4 years. High school was a crazy, memorable ride, and I would like to reminisce about some of our time at Ceiba. Freshman year was a year of change and adjustment. We were filled with excitement as we entered high school. It meant we didn't have to wear the light gray uniform. We had now upgraded to the fancy dark gray. We were so naive for what was about to come. This was our first time we had Miss Powell, who had the greatest visuals to accompany Shakespeare's plays. Miss Powell's class took us all by surprise, in the best way possible, of course. Mr. Stober's digital media class was so much fun, especially when we created the satirical movie trailers. Do y'all remember dissecting a squid in Miss King's biology class? The squid gave the whole building a funky smell for the rest of the day. I think I can still smell it. Or how about watching The Conjuring in Mr. Pulido's algebra class after a long week of work? Our college visit to CSU East Bay was one for the books. Lalo would agree with me. He would yell, "East Bay or what?" every 5 seconds, literally. Our field trip to the Seymour Center was also a very memorable experience, to say the least, since we almost missed the public bus back home. Then, sophomore year approached us. We had Mr. Stober once again, but now we took world history. I will always remember when we did meditation in class, but it never really worked. We sang and danced to songs like Dancing Queen and September. One special memory of sophomore year is when we would do student spotlights in Ms. Dole's English class. It was always interesting to learn more about our peers, like how we learned how Joseph had a passion for ducks. We had Mr. Sutter, who brought the famous aquarium to Ceiba. Mr. Rios, who planned the best laps for us. Ms. Michelle, who was a great Spanish teacher. and Ms. Quiroz, who taught us to create an inclusive environment for everyone. Junior year was cut short due to the pandemic, but I can confidently say it was one of the most memorable years of high school. It was the year we truly got closer. Remember being packed in a bus when some of us went to the UC Davis trip? It was so bad we had to sit on the floor of the bus. Of course, teachers caught on and we had to go back to our two-person seats. On that trip, we experienced Gabe's rapping skills and through his roast battles. Remember our science exploratorium trip? One of the best days of high school. We had so much fun at the exploratorium. On our way back home, we sang to music from a tiny speaker. As we sang our lungs out, the gentle breeze was blowing our hair. We had to make a quick stop at the beach and just lived in the moment. Every day was a wild and confusing ride in honors physics. If you thought you were done learning, you were certainly wrong. Winning the wall competition was also very unexpected, but at the same time rewarding. I remember most of us working so hard to complete that wall the last day before the judging process. Winter formal was also a memorable night. The dance floor was filled with mainly juniors, and we had the time of our lives. Stephanie would agree, since she has always been the life of the party. Then, as we thought we were ending the year, just like any other year of high school, we were struck with terrible news. COVID-19 was spreading in the US and the Ceiba building was closing. I remember we were all filled with so much concern. We had to embark on a new challenge, something we had never experienced before. March 13th, 2020 was the last day we were together as a class. Life did not get much simpler after that. Life felt like a never-ending cycle of Zoom, homework, sleep, over and over again. We ended junior year through a screen, which felt unreal. But we got through the end of the year together, just like Ms. Dole used to tell us, you got this and you know stuff. Those words got us through some of the most difficult times of our lives. In a blink of an eye, senior year began. People say junior year is the most stressful year of high school, but I would definitely disagree. Senior year hit us all by surprise. Our resilience through these unprecedented times shined through. We as a class persevered when it felt like our world was caving in. We were living through a pandemic and a very crucial election year for our country. I will always cherish the fact that we would update each other on our Snapchat group chat when a presidential candidate won a state. Nevada is taking forever. When are they going to say who won the state? Trump won Texas, but Biden can still win if he gets Georgia and Pennsylvania. Don't lose hope, guys. It was a very overwhelming time for everyone, but we made sure to never lose faith. Our senior sunrise in November was the first time many of us saw each other since March 13th. I swear everyone grew a couple inches and I shrunk. Then we began applying to college and financial aid. I think I can speak for everyone when I say it was anything but simple. There were many sleepless nights writing personal statements and short response essays. While applying to college, we also had to begin our senior projects. We did both things simultaneously while also trying to pass all our classes. We all finished the first semester of senior year burnt out and ready for a long-deserved break. Our last semester at Ceiba began, and at that point, I was convinced I was never going to step into the Ceiba building ever again, but we received good news. We had the option to return to the Ceiba building for hybrid learning. Many of us returned, which was really fun and exciting. We spent our last few months at Ceiba together. We also began the senior takeovers on our Instagram page so that seniors at home could feel part of the community. Throughout the whole school year, Mr. Comments never stopped radiating positive energy and 20%, even when we were stressed about our senior projects. We taught him slang like period, and he even learned how to dab. We had the amazing opportunity to try Miss Powell's famous lemon bars. They were delicious. Although we did not have a traditional prom, we made the best out of that night. At one point, we were singing our lungs out to Bad Bunny songs. Shout out to Quetzali for being the best photographer that night. That same day, we revealed where we were headed for college and how we would change the world. In this room, we have our future surgeons, doctors, veterinarians, teachers, firefighters, lawyers, video game designers, and leaders. Always remember that change begins with you. 4 years ago, as I gave the 8th grade speech, I stated, soon we will graduate high school and we will take our own paths. But no matter where we go, we will always have a strong connection, and I still stand with that statement. Most of us have known each other for 7 years. We have seen ourselves grow and mature into young adults. Class of 2021, we did it. We are breaking barriers as I speak. I am so proud of you all, and I wish you the best in your future endeavors. Our chapter here at Ceiba ends, but our story continues after graduation. You will forever hold a special place in my heart. I am so lucky to have been part of your lives. You are some of the most amazing people ever. This is not a goodbye. This is a see you later. I will deeply miss you all. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Thank you, Giselle. That was beautiful. At this time, I would like to invite our commencement address speaker, Mr. Darren Commons, History and Senior Project Speaker at Santa Cruz County.
All right. Those were beautiful speeches. Thank you both. All right. So, thank you, class of 2021, for assigning me homework, writing this speech. It's payback for making you write that essay last year about how Andrew Carnegie brought the Bessemer steelmaking process to Pittsburgh in 1872, right? Thus creating a monopoly on the raw materials for the railroads, bridges, and skyscrapers of the Gilded Age. Was he a hero or a villain? Your opinions varied, but we all agreed that steel built the world we see today. It is truly an honor to be asked to speak to you today. It is such a deep pleasure for all the faculty and staff of Ceiba College Prep to see you, many of whom we met 7 years ago, now passing through this final ritual from childhood to adulthood. This year of all years, we are so happy just to be here all together as a community with your proud families. We are so privileged to have played a small part in your accomplishments, your achievements, and your successes, helping you to overcome all of these challenges and obstacles. And what obstacles you have overcome. Here you are, survived a plague year of shuttered schools and closed businesses, of contact with friends, family, and teachers limited to the erratic lags of video chats and distorted audio. This year wasn't even your first school closure. Remember 2017, as you guys already have. In 2020, you squinted through the choking smoke of an apocalyptic fire that turned the sky red. You confronted the injustice of policing inequality of opportunity in our society, and many of you made your voices heard. You participated in your first presidential election, an election so divided that hundreds in our capital resorted to violence to dispute it. And through it all, you wore a mask in public, you washed your hands constantly, and you logged on to your Zoom classes every day. You did your best to learn, to figure out what your teachers wanted you to do. You patiently reloaded when you were dropped from the call. You wrote your essays and applied for college and did all the stuff, all from the solitude of your bedroom or your kitchen table, or sometimes a car outside of a Starbucks. Sometimes I never knew where you guys were sometimes. What's most impressive to me, though, is how you, the class of 2021, persevered, how you toughed it out, and how you did it with a smile, and occasionally with a virtual dance party. And you didn't limit your learning. Instead, you grew in ways that surprised you. You wrote memoirs, you recorded podcasts, you filmed documentaries, you made amazing art, paintings, sculptures, you started businesses, you programmed video games, took responsibility for improving your physical and mental health, created websites, and more. You've done some amazing things this year. You've never given up. You have stepped forward to meet each new challenge. You have shown yourself what you can do in really difficult circumstances, in a situation unlike any that has come before. Your parents and older siblings never had to distance learn. You had to figure it out for yourself, and then you had to help your own brothers and sisters. And you did. Remember that. Remember that you not only survived this historically terrible year, you figured out a way to thrive and to become stronger and more resilient. It seems likely that 2020 will be studied by historians in the future as a turning point. In the last year, our national democracy has faltered, and our local assumptions about our own safety and health were challenged, severely challenged. We cannot ignore the fact that our society and our environment are battered and bent. I don't know yet what our society and environment will look like in the future, but from what I have seen, I know that you will be part of the solution. You are like iron that has been tempered in a Carnegie steel factory, becoming stronger and more flexible than you were before. You are still raw material, but you will take from your experience at Ceiba the tools for success, the intention to be the positive change you want for the world, and the knowledge that if you can graduate high school in a pandemic, you can achieve a whole lot more when you set your mind to it. So I will leave you with the words of the poet Carl Sandburg, who once wrote a biography of Abraham Lincoln. It's called The Prayer of Steel. Lay me on an anvil and hammer me into a crowbar. Let me pry loose old walls. Let me lift and loosen old foundations. Lay me on an anvil and hammer me into a steel spike. Drive me into the girders that hold a skyscraper together. Take red-hot rivets and fasten me into the central girders. Let me be the great nail holding a skyscraper through blue nights and white stars. You guys are that steel. Thank you, class of 2020. And now, Mike Rich and that will give the diplomas. Excuse me.
Thank you, Mr. Commons. Class of 2021, front row, please rise. As I call your name, please approach the stage to accept your high school diploma. We've now reached the special moment in our 2021 Ceiba High School commencement, the presentation of Ceiba High School diplomas. Seniors, I can feel you walking behind the building here. I'm very excited to present the first diploma to Diego Aguilar Juarez. very photogenic. Ana Maris Crystal Alvarez. Nicolas Alvarez Bermudez. Mariano Andrade Fernandez. Ari Alejandro Araujo Rizo in absentia. Joshua Baez. Alonso Bautista. Joseph Stephen Beja. Rocio Yaneli Benavides. David Alexander Campos. Giselle Carrillo Rubio. Maya Faye Carrizales. Joely Lizette Chavez Carzada. Ángel Cisneros Abrego. Melissa Colimote. Saraí Espíndola Gallo. Brenda Estrada Rivera. Leslie Fernandez Orejel. Kevin Flores Ballesteros. Jared Garcia. Jonathan Garcia Carreon. Francisco Angel Gomez. Itzel Gomez. Karen Adriana Gomez. Natalie Aisha Gomez. Jeanette Gomez Sanchez. Brenda Maria Gutierrez Diaz. Dominic Lorenzo Cusino. Carla Hernandez Lopez. Cristian Ivan Herrera. James Titus Herrera. Kevin Herrera Montez. Cindy Alejandra Huerta Rivera. Nathan Jerónimo Limón. Michelle Guadalupe Loa Arevalo. José Guadalupe López. Ángel Gabriel Lule Aguilera. Diego Lule Aguilera. Quetzali Sindel Maciel Jiménez. Alejandra Martel in absentia. Eduardo Méndez Barrera. Gabriel Montes Cruz. Kevin Donovan Nieves Montiel. Edgar Miguel Ocampo Ríos. Aldo Perez Lara. Noelia Plasencia Serrano. Lisbeth Ponce Alcantar. Rocío Ponce Montones. Eduardo Ramírez. Johanna Guadalupe Reyes Gómez. Zamira Rocha. Sofía Elizabeth Rodríguez. Victoria Alexandra Rodríguez. Ziadani Rodríguez Alvarez. Gisela Yacibi Rodríguez Ciprián. David Romo Cermeno. David dropped the mic. Fritzi Saldana Contreras. Misael Tejeda. Samantha Marie Vargas. Brandon Kiyoshi Velez. Angel Donatiu Verdeja. Stephanie Yepes. Luis Felipe Cepeda Cumplido. Congratulations, Ceiba Scholars. And now to present the charge to the graduating class, please welcome to the stage once again Mr. Josh Ripp.
I know, mine just went back. I know, they're so...
Ceiba seniors, please stand. This is my charge to you. This is the culmination of your Ceiba journey, as we saw earlier in the ceremony. For most of you, that's 7 years of hard work right here at Ceiba. As you embark on the next step in your educational journey, I want you to all remember that you are now a member of a very special family, the Ceiba High School graduate family, and we want to see you flourish. That means that as a member of this family, we want you to make us proud. Work hard in school, treat others with respect, and live out our Ceiba mission, graduate from college. Seniors, at this time, you may move from your tassels from right to left. This symbolizes that you are now all Ceiba High School graduates. Ceiba family, friends, and staff, please wait while our scholars recede from the fairgrounds. You may meet with them in the parking lot afterwards. Thank you all for joining us this evening.